Imagine this. You've just bought your very first car. That moment when the dealer hands you the keys? Priceless. You're hyped, maybe even a little emotional. You're posting it on Instagram, your friends are congratulating you, and you're already picturing road trips with the windows down and your favorite playlist blasting. Life is good. But then, fast forward just a year, suddenly, the honeymoon phase is over. The brakes are squeaking, the AC feels more like a hairdryer, the paint is fading, and somehow this car that was supposed to be your cheap little daily is eating your bank account alive with repair bills. Here's the crazy part. It's usually not the car's fault. Nope. Most of the time, it's because of small, everyday habits we don't even think about. Little things that slowly kill your car from the inside out. And that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to walk you through some of the most common beginner mistakes people make with their cars. And don't worry, this isn't about shaming anyone. I've done half of these myself. The goal is just to save you money, stress, and a whole lot of "why is this happening" moments at the mechanic.
So if you're ready to keep your car running like new and avoid turning it into a money pit, let's get into it. Now, one of the first habits I see all the time, especially with manual drivers, is what I call the lazy foot clutch. You know what I'm talking about. You're sitting at a red light or cruising along, and your foot is just hanging out on the clutch pedal, even a little bit. Feels harmless, right? Wrong. That tiny bit of pressure is like a slow burn for your clutch, wearing it down way faster than it should. And a clutch replacement? Easily over $1,000. It's like walking around all day with your shoes dragging on the ground. Eventually, you're going to wear a hole right through them. But it's not just manual drivers who have bad habits. One of the biggest killers of cars across the board is simply ignoring fluids. And I'm not talking about gas. I mean oil, coolant, brake fluid, transmission fluid. These are your car's lifeblood. But beginners? They think, well, the car's running fine, so it must be fine. Big mistake. Skip oil changes and your engine basically eats itself alive from friction. Forget coolant, and your engine will overheat in traffic faster than you can say tow truck. Overlook brake fluid, and your brakes may not respond when you need them most. Picture this. You're on a summer road trip, blasting the AC, and suddenly you see steam pouring out from under the hood. You're stuck on the shoulder, sweating, all because you didn't check your coolant. And here's the kicker. Checking fluids takes less than 5 minutes. Pop the hood once a month, take a quick look, and you're golden. Speaking of things that seem like saving money but actually cost you more, let's talk about gas. I know, gas prices make everyone wince, but going for the sketchy no-name station just because it's a few cents cheaper? Not a great idea. Poor quality fuel can have more impurities, which clog injectors and make your car run rough. It's like feeding your body fast food every single day. You can get away with it for a while, but sooner or later, you're going to feel it. Use the octane your car actually needs. If it says 87, don't waste money on premium. But if it specifically requires premium, don't try to save a buck. You'll just pay way more later in repairs. Now, let's move outside the car for a second. Parking habits. Most people don't even think about this, but the way you park can do serious damage over time. Park too close to a curb? There goes your rims, and possibly your tire sidewalls. Always park on a hill but skip the parking brake? That stress is sitting right on your transmission. And then there's the classic, parking under trees. I get it, you want some shade, but tree sap, bird droppings, falling branches, your paint takes the beating. Ever see a car with peeling or faded paint on the hood? Chances are that thing sat under a tree for years. Sometimes, finding a better parking spot is the cheapest form of car insurance you'll ever have. And while we're on the subject of parts that people forget about, let's talk tires. Tires are literally the only thing connecting your car to the road, yet they're usually the most neglected. Underinflated tires? They wear faster, hurt your gas mileage, and make your car handle worse. Overinflated? They lose grip and make the ride feel like a pogo stick. Worst case? A blowout on the highway. Scary stuff. And all of it can be prevented by just checking your tire pressure once a month. Takes 2 minutes at the gas station. Think about that next time you see someone stranded with a flat. Now, another one that makes me cringe every time I see it, ignoring warning lights. You know the type, the check engine light comes on, and they're like, it's probably fine. I'll get to it eventually. Spoiler, it's usually not fine. Sometimes it's minor, like a loose gas cap.
But other times it's major, like a failing catalytic converter. And if it's something like low oil pressure, that's basically your engine begging for help. Keep driving like that and you'll destroy it in minutes. What could have been solved with a $40 oil top-up turns into a full rebuild costing thousands. Don't gamble with warning lights. Let's shift gears a bit. Literally. A lot of beginners think it's fine to hop in the car, start it up, and immediately stomp on the gas, especially in winter. But here's the thing. When your engine is cold, the oil hasn't spread to all the moving parts yet. So flooring it is like asking it to run a marathon without stretching first. Give it a minute. You don't have to let it idle forever. Just ease into your drive for the first 30 to 60 seconds. And here's one people really overlook: your AC system. Most of us don't think about AC until it stops working, and by then it's expensive. Your AC is like any other system. It needs care. Keep the condenser clean, change your cabin filter once a year, and get refrigerant checked during regular service. Skip all that, and you'll end up sweating on a hot summer day, wishing you'd spent the $20 on a filter.
Now, braking habits. This one's personal. I've been guilty of tailgating before, and you know what that leads to? Constantly slamming the brakes. Not only is it stressful, but it wears your pads, rotors, and suspension way faster. Smooth driving isn't just safer, it saves you money. While we're still on manual cars, let me quickly call out another sneaky habit: resting your hand on the gear shifter. Seems harmless, right? But that pressure goes straight into the transmission and wears out little components inside. Over time, it adds up. Best move? Keep both hands on the wheel unless you're actually shifting. Bonus? It makes you a better driver. Now let's talk about something most people only think of as cosmetic: washing your car. Sure, it looks nice, but it's not just about looks. Dirt, bird droppings, road salt, they all eat into your paint and metal until rust takes over. Skip washing your car in winter, and by spring, the underside is covered in salt. Couple of years later, rust holes. That's not just ugly, it's dangerous. And all of it could have been avoided with a quick wash every couple of weeks. And finally, the big one: skipping regular service. I get it. Life is busy, money is tight, and if the car seems fine, why bother? But that's the trap. Skipping oil changes, forgetting about filters, ignoring inspections. Those are the things that snowball into massive repairs later. It's like ignoring your health until you end up in the ER. A $50 service can literally save you from a $3,000 engine replacement. So here's the big takeaway. Most of the time, it's not the car that fails us, it's our habits. Riding the clutch, ignoring fluids, cheap gas, bad parking, neglecting tires, blowing off warning lights, hammering the gas when it's cold, forgetting the AC, slamming the brakes, resting on the shifter, skipping washes, and skipping service. Each one chips away at your car's life. But the good news? Every single one of these is fixable, starting today. So let me ask you, which of these habits are you guilty of? Drop it in the comments. No shame here, we've all done at least one. If this video helped you out, hit that like button. It really supports the channel. And if you want more simple, no BS car tips explained in plain English, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and as always, drive safe out there.